Okay. We're good. I thought I was going to be in trouble then, but we're all good. The one thing that's not good is that I can't see the chat. But give me a minute. I can now see the chat. I've got issues with these. Oh, my stream's not being very good today. Of course, the Wi-Fi gets changed over the weekend, and now stream quality has dropped. Ugh. Just makes sense, doesn't it? Mr. Knox, Mr. Knox. Mr. Knox, is the stream okay? I'm getting told that the stream is not okay by YouTube. And it, of course, will have something to do with the fact that the Wi-Fi got changed on Friday. These headphones are also killing me, like really, like they're just digging into my head. It's not good. Looks decent to me? Okay, let's hope it stays that way. What I will do is close. Oh no, I don't want to close that. Can I do that? I can do that, okay. I want to close this. Go away. I've got so many things open right now. Is this OBS that I've got open here? Yeah. Why can't I get back to the... Pop out dashboard. Nope, don't want you. Go away. Actually, I do want you. You don't see it taking the equal lows? Yeah, I've got it marked out as just kind of a only real downside target, but it could just be, I mean, I'm not really anticipating anything like overly high probability today, simply because we have expanded so much overnight. I'm sorry, I'm literally just fighting OBS right now. Give me 1 minute. Oh, this makes absolutely no sense what it's doing. Why you do this? Can I go to... I can go to that. Okay, never mind. I'm just being a complete idiot. An absolute complete idiot. Yeah, I don't know. Really, I'm not expecting anything. I mean, I'm only expecting to get a short down to these lows. I don't really want to get that short anyway, because typically short and all-time highs doesn't go very well. But that's the only thing I can say. And it is also the way that I like to play CPI. Is we got the CPI impulse at 8:30, so I like to then like fade CPI essentially, like expect it to come back down and knock out CPI's what's called its data low. And the fact that we have relative equal lows down there is also a nice added bonus, but that would be if we were on a normal day, not all-time highs with a large overnight range. That is not ideal. Can I pop you out like that? And then... Hang on a minute. I'm still like... Okay, no, you're useless. You're actually useless. I just want this. Can I pop that out? Pop out that, yeah. Oh no, this is going to do that thing. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't want that. Okay, this'll do. We do hate it. We do indeed hate it. Golem impression pending. Hates it, precious. Got my sack with the Nvidia news last night. I wonder, was that what the big pump up overnight was? Was it Nvidia? Shorted on paper, so I'm just watching it continue to do what it wants to do. See if it just keep going up. Just saw the 15-minute equal lows, but it's right inside 15-minute BSC. I think it came down there just to go up. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Journey. On a day like today, I would really not be surprised if this just opens. And I'm either if you asked me what's going to happen in this AM session, I would expect either just continuation higher, or what I would put my chips on is chop. That's why I would put my chips on. If it wants to come down to these lows, I'm honestly, these headphones, I'm gonna have serious issues. The issue is my glasses. These glasses are just terrible for these headphones. Like because there's pressure on the headphones. They're so tight on my glasses. Like, it's really uncomfortable. It's just stabbing into me. I'm like shuffling my headphones all over my head to try and fix it. But nothing works. Boom, boom, ba-da-dum, boom. I've gone for green in the background today as well. Switch it up from the normal blue. Oh my god, these... I swear to god, no matter where I put them, it just hurts. I'm gonna have to trade blind without glasses. I'm trading blind. Oh, this is gonna give me a headache within 5 minutes, I guarantee. Yeah, and that's not gonna work. I'm so unbelievably blind. Can I put my glasses like over the webcam? That's how my vision looks through. Oh, that's what my glasses lenses look like. I want to watch that back on stream to see if it actually does anything. No, it just made me look fucking ugly, that's all it did. I'm just gonna, these are like new as well, so I might just have to like stretch them. They're clearly not used to the size of my head. Boom, boom, boom. This could be a 2022 model. To short. Where is a breaker in here? Like there. Like, you could say that's a breaker. You could say all of this is a breaker though, to be honest. Until like down there isn't, because it's not been swept out, but that. You could say that's a breaker. It's not an easy one. I mean, really, this is the actual breaker. I mean, like the breaker range for standard deviations, and we are open. I didn't even check where we'd closed, actually. That's another thing. Let's see how big this gap is. Oof. How big is that? That is about... okay, 170. Not terrible. We can work with that. If it was over 200, that would be even more of a inkling that it's going to just continue higher, but 170 is still kind of like shows that, but not as much. Let's see what first presented does. That'll tell us a lot, I feel. What's ES doing? This is a rare day where I'm actually just going to look for SMTs. We do have SMTs at the high, like right now, with an 830 high, which is an important high. We have a bearish SMT. Which looks like this. It's probably helpful if I do it on the actual screen that's being streamed. That's NQ and ES side by side. So this high is higher than that high, and on NQ that high is higher. So big ol' SMT. Oh, that is actually that was a 2022 at Open. Not one that I would take, because I mean it obviously got knocked out. It was one of them ones where it knocked you out, but then still came and closed back in. And it wasn't there on like the 2 minute, it was only there on the 1 minute. Do 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 do. Morning, Mr. Geordie. Morning, sir. That's always a beautiful name to see in the chat. Mr. Geordie. Okay, do we have anything here? As far as fair value gaps go, I mean, 3 minute potentially. This is a potential fair value gap. I need a word for that, like a fair value gap that I'm looking at that it's not formed yet. I guess potential FEG. That's probably... Couldn't get much better of a description than that. If we do drop and take out these lows, I would expect to take out those lows and then chop. I'm expecting chop at some point in this session. That's the normal routine for NQ after it's done a big old overnight expansion. We have first presented yet? Nope. I honestly might short that 3 minute. Look, something like that. One to two. Midpoint of the gap even. 1 to 2.5. Probably just go for the 1 to 2 to be honest. I don't hate that at all. We have no other news today, right? We just had CPI. Whether I get filled before it reaches the target is a different question, though. But I absolutely don't mind that short. I'll probably just put the order in there, and then if it wants to go to target first without filling me, then so be it. Is it formed? No, but it's literally about to. I like that as well because it's premium array. This 2 minute isn't a premium array. And that 2 minute is just not enough of a risk to reward. I'd rather get in and get a 1 to 2 than a 1 to 1.3. Thank you very much. That's first presented, potentially. When that's a 2 minute fair value gap, I just pointed out, never mind, ignore me, I'm being an idiot. I'm gonna throw a mini, not a mini, goddamn. I'm gonna throw a micro there. I do not mind that micro. I shall let you know, boys. I shall let you boys know if I get filled. That 3 minute is indeed there. And where's the 8:30 news actually? Where's like the data low? there. That's data low. I'm going for the equal lows. I'm gonna pay no mind for the data low. Let's see how this goes. I'm very comfortable with, like, I'm comfortable with this trade. Win or lose. That 2 minute is the only thing that, like, it could react there. This is the situation if it doesn't fill me but goes to take profit, I'd expect it to do it here. From that 2 minute. I could have entered off that 2 minute, like I said, but I would rather get filled at the 3 minute. I'm not about that 1 to 1.3 life. Damn. Did first presented form yet? Oh, that is one tiny FEG. I'm gonna not bother marking that out. No offense, first presented, but you are tiny. I'll mark you out. I feel bad saying that now. Real nice reaction from that 2 minute. So looking unlikely that I get filled on my 3 minute. Oh well. I don't know. 5 minute higher time frame. It could form this 5 minute and play into that. Could do that. Do you know what I'm wondering? That 2 minute is technically the first fair value gap to form. So is that first presented? Because that formed here. Interesting. I'm gonna try something here, boys. I'm gonna try this. Like, is that logically makes sense, right? Or do you use that one? That one is the, like, if you're following the rules, that one. But I feel like that 2 minute must have some significance. I mean, look how strongly it reacted from it. Saying that the 3 minute did also form. See, this is the issue. Stick to the 1 minute, boys. That can just be a normal FEG. Yeah, me thinks me not get filled. Me thinks unless 5 minute plays out, which is now formed. I'm going to stop dragging that down, that's just annoying me. Yeah, so there comes the lows. There's the lows. So all these FEGs can get gone. Equal lows. Swiped. Now I'm looking at midpoint at the gap. And I'm also poking my eye over to the 1 hour chart. And the 15 minute chart. Because there's an order block. Actually, really, I'd be looking at that. Is that there on the 5? Yeah, so I'd be looking at that. First fair value gap below that liquidity. Look at that midpoint reaction. Is that right to the tick? Or is it just one tick short? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right to the tick. First FVG that's like completely below that sell side. Looks like a value area low trade. Wiz would try and scalp. Where is Mr. Wiz? Mr. Wiz. I mean what played out? Where'd that fair value go? What played out right there is exactly how I approach CPI. It's exactly how I approach CPI. It's exactly how It's exactly how I approach NFP, and it's exactly how I will be approaching PPI tomorrow. Prefer to do it for CPI and NFP since they are typically bigger news drivers. Especially when they form equal lows. It's just the easy kind of playbook is wait for the news to release at 8:30, see what it left behind. It left behind in this case relative equal lows. Then just fast forward until open and look for a move after open into whatever liquidity is formed overnight / when the news got released. Somebody clip that right now. What a beautiful explanation. Do 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 do. Moved fairly clean so far. There wasn't much of an entry in there for me. If I wanted to be really aggressive, I could have gone for that 2 minute, but I just didn't feel the need to put, what's that? Just under $80, $78 risk across 5 accounts for like $100 reward. No, thank you. I would have much preferred my entry where it was like up here. So Cole was right. The draw was indeed correct. 15-second long. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, Journey. Let me look at the chart. Are you seeing like a 15-second? What are you seeing on the 15-second? I've got it up on my TopStep X. I don't know what I've done to these headphones, by the way, but they're not hurting anymore, so I'm just going to keep them exactly where they are. They're actually going to stay glued to my head. 23.62 is value area high. I was short to equal lows. 5-minute Wiz model measurement. Wiz, I hate you. That's a lie. You know I love you, Mr. Wiz. Well done. I was looking for those equal lows also, but I wanted the 3-minute fair value gap to get filled, and it went for the 2-minute. Oh well. And the 2-minute, I just didn't really want to short from that 2-minute. Not much of an RR. Why the stop so high up on the 2-minute? Because that's the fair value gap that I'm entering off there. And for my 2022, the stop. So what I could have done, but I didn't really feel comfortable again doing it. My maximum stop loss would have been up there, which is what, 1250. What would that have turned that into? Potentially would have taken that, to be honest. 1 to 1.8, I would have taken that. If I had thought to do it, sometimes I will do that. I'll put my stop loss like 4 points above the midpoint of the wick, but it was up there, Journey, because like for my fair value gap entries for 2022, whatever fair value gap I'm entering on, my stop loss is going at the high for shorts of the first candle in that fair value gap pattern. So that 930 candle was the first one in that pattern, therefore it goes there. Really aggressively, it can go at the high of the first one. I don't really ever do that. I'd do that if I was doing like some sort of silver bullet type trade. If it has a long wick like this, typically what I will do, and what I'm honestly kind of surprised I didn't do in that trade then, I think I was just so worried about it coming up for that 3 minute, but even then, the 3 minute has still got the same, yeah. See, like, if I was on that, if I was looking, right, so if that 2 minute, obviously what it did do was form that 2 minute, tap up barely into the 2 minute, and then straight to the target. But what it easily could have done instead was come up fairly deep into this 3 minute, possibly wicked me out, and then gone to the target. I'm just, yeah, pass. Especially in today's situation, like with the circumstances from the overnight session. That would be where I was comfortable with that trade. I wasn't comfortable with the 2 minute trade. So it's also pretty hard to determine what actually classed as. I feel like that first presented there is just not enough. So then what would first presented be? Yeah, first presented is just not a factor today really for me, if I'm being real. What people said. You played it poorly. I was half leveraged too from some stupid pre-market stuff. Wait, I mean, you made money, didn't you? You got the equal lows as the draw. Was thinking a test value area this morning, but took low-hanging fruit. I'd see that as a win, Mr. Dompey. See, now that that's kind of like that move's played out, now I am most likely hands off the rest of this session, honestly. Like, what has it done since it hit that target for the past? Hit the target 940, so for the past 10 minutes, it's just gone into this range now. So let's see if it wants to actually not just consolidate, and it does want to do something, but what did I say before? I literally said what I would expect for it to do is just chop or get down to this target and then chop. So far, I'm right. So far, I'm right. Still no first presented. Yeah, I know. Pain in the ass. My glasses look really uncomfortable on my face right now. I feel like they do. They're like pressed so far. I literally, what did I say before? I said I'm not going to fuck about with these headphones too much, and I fucked about, and I've now made them uncomfortable again. I'm gonna try tilting them like really far forward. I don't know how stupid this does or doesn't look, but I feel like if I can tilt them, if I can tilt them a lot, then I'll ease the pressure off the glasses. I don't know. Back to Kai Capital tech support, I guess. Why is Chris spamming overtrade? Oh, okay. Gee. Chris, this is if I'm not mistaken, Chris, this is the first stream that you've come to, and you're just being a bad influence. You're just trying to tell everyone to overtrade. Shame on you, Chris. You really switched up after you hit Tradeify's top 5 twice in a row. You really, fame does that to people. It's a shame. Real shame. Never trade. Quit trading. Don't trade. Ever. Hey bro, how do you become such a good trader? Just don't trade. Ever. Fuck it, I've fumbled about with them again now. Let me see if putting them backwards helps. I feel like that helped more. You're not the 5%, bro. Quit trading. Journey, that doesn't surprise me. And that's a good thing. That's a good surprise. Do 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 do. My key has no lock, but it has no lock either. Wait. My lock has no key, but it isn't actually a lock. Still chopping. We still's chopping. How many minutes of chop has this been now since we took that target? Almost 15 minutes of chop. Who could have predicted the chop? I was going to record a video today. I've got what do you guys think of this video idea? I want to do a video talking about the... Let me get it up. Let me run this one by you guys. The video idea will be me breaking down the statistic that 90% of traders fail. Like breaking that statistic down and kind of explaining where the statistic has even come from. I'm going to do some digging, find that out. And then explaining why actually the statistic could be not true if you are someone with a brain and not just someone who's like opened your laptop, opened the chart and started spamming buttons. How that you could potentially not really apply to that 90%, because like when I found out that I was like technically a 1.1% or 0.5% TopStep trader, I was like, I don't feel like I am. That sounds like me. I'm gonna see if I can get some sort of headphone. You can get like headphone cushions or something, can't you, for like glasses? I'm gonna need some if I'm gonna be wearing it, because I do like these headphones. But, yeah. Bit of a uncomfortable thing to wear for like an hour and a half, 2 hours while I'm streaming. A little bit uncomfortable. Just a little bit. Yesterday I was saying I'm not sure about longs. I looked last night, 10 reasons to go long. I mean, long term, this isn't me saying we're going here soon. Oh my god, these headphones. I'm having a fight with these headphones the entire stream. Now that we formed equal lows on the daily chart after today, I really like that as a short-term retracement before going higher. But I'm not really gonna guess when we're gonna go down to those equal lows. I'm just kind of gonna wait for those two, and then long from them, probably. Sadiq, no, I came back from Bali. Oh god, how long's it been? How long has it been? I flew back on the 25th, so about 3 weeks. 3 weeks back home in the UK. I will be going back to Bali, but not for a while. I'll be in the UK for the rest. I'm going to Spain for a month, for the whole of August, so you'll get some Spanish streams where I will just talk Spanish. I won't talk Spanish. Yeah, so you get some of them in August, and then back to the UK for until maybe March, April. Then I will head back out on my travels, most likely, once again. But I want to be able to keep streaming, is my issue. I'm going to stream, like, I'm going to lock in with streaming for, like, literally now until I go to traveling again, and then I'll try my best to come up with some sort of way to be able to stream as much as possible whilst I mean, if I go back to Bali, it's gonna be pretty, like, if I just get the right place, the right sort of setup, I'll figure it out. Oh, you love the vlogs? Appreciate it. Yeah, those vlogs. You know what I might do? I might do a vlog in Spain. I'll do one at the end of Spain of another vlog, potentially. I'm just literally gonna be like the day trader that's just like he's got day in the life, like day in the life of a trader in Bali, day in the life of a trader in Spain, day of the life of a trader in the UK. What time does the first presented fair value gap form? Is it the first 30 minutes? Yeah, exactly, Sonny. Exactly. Today it's been a bit rough. I wouldn't really honestly look at any fair value gap today and use it as first presented. There's just not really been one. The best first presenteds, they're going to stand out. They're going to be like pretty displacy and show themselves to you quite obviously. And not be overlapping with any like kind of balanced price range to the left of it. It's going to be like breaking away from a range. They're the best ones. So far we've had about 20 minutes of chop. I would still classify this chop. We're still in this range. Anything in this range is chop. This is going to be the chop zone. Trading on all the terrains. Just do hit trades from like in the mountains, hit trades and out at sea. Hitting trades everywhere. No worries, Sonny. I'll probably do another. I do have a video that explains first presented, but there's probably a few things in that video that I could add into it, like having used it for a bit more. And there will have been a few extra things that ICT taught not long after I released that video, where they're like little caveats, little things to just little like. When certain things happen, like almost like a flowchart, like if this then that. I took the short 931 candle after I'd seen the small 1 minute SMT with the S. I just captured the move till the CPI candle. Nice. Yeah, nice. I was waiting for this 3 minute. I don't know if you were here, Sadiq. I had a short waiting up here, but just didn't get filled. I was looking at like this 2022. Well, you have that low broken, you have plenty of swing lows broken in there, even that one just about. So I was looking for this basically. but it just didn't retrace deep enough. It did hit a 2-minute fair value gap, but I didn't really want to short from there. It wasn't enough of a risk to reward. Unless I did the whole, like, I explained all that before. I'll probably sit around here. I'll probably sit here for like till 10:30 today. This won't be a long stream because I'm not like I don't really see anything substantial coming from price now. For the rest of this session at least. I'll probably have a peek at it later on in the PM, but obviously not on stream. I've not really messed with the PM so much lately. Like, even though, like, since being back in the UK, obviously in Bali I couldn't trade the PM at all. It was just not doable because of time zones and stuff. But yeah, PM, like, what did Fridays, or no, what did Monday's PM do? Did it do anything? I did notice, the first presented in the PM offered something cool. Where was it? Yeah, that's the first presented in the PM. And look at that. Tagged it once there, came up, tagged it again, didn't close above. Came back again, bodies closed below, so that was your signal to short. Bodies staying in the lower half and then rejecting. So I'd probably drop down to a 15-second chart. Either after this candle closed, maybe took it to that low, or after this candle closed, took it to all these equal lows, or these equal lows here maybe. You could do that. Just a little scalp. I wonder if I have. Did I toggle them on this layout earlier? Did I do bang bang? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, look at Friday's PM as well, by the way. Yesterday. That's Friday's. I'm on the 1-minute chart. I just realised. Equal lows. You were talking about, I don't know if you're talking about the price action I was just looking at, or like the current price action. I don't see any equal lows on current price action. Not close proximity, at least. There are some real, like, nice ones, like that I was just pointing out from Mondays, yesterday and overnight. Nothing close proximity that I would look to target in this session. Like I say, all these lows down here, they are nice, but they're like over 150 points away. And we're already 30 minutes into the session. Maybe I don't know. I wouldn't really put like a time on when it would reach those lows, but they are a nice target to look for at some point when we're closer to them. We've not closed outside this range yet. We've wicked through it, not closed outside of it. So let's see if we do break lower, or if it wants to come back up into the range. We'll have a little look. Started value just because my trading style matched yours. And now I'm building a strong conviction towards SMT. It works like wonders last week. Saw banger trades, but didn't trade. Yeah, SMTs are. I like, some people are obsessed with SMT. I tend not to pay it too much mind, but that's just like I do shit on it a bit, but it's more of kind of fun. I don't think anyone that trades. I don't think anyone that trades with SMT is like blatantly just like not a good trader, because obviously like it is a good tool and I use it from time to time. I just don't like it as a tool personally. I think there's better things, but that's most likely just down to my personality. Sunny, saw your opening range gap video, probably yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, the opening range gap video, I was actually really happy with that. I don't think it did that well either, but I was, yeah. I think opening range gap is just something not a lot of people care about, but they should. Not being biased or anything. Hey JP, nice to see you in here. Being back testing first presented in the PM session. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. First presented in the PM. First presented AM, first presented PM. They're my two little gems. Dompy, if you're still in here, you know all about that first presented PM. You know all about it, sir. Yeah, personal choice, exactly. That's why I kind of like the Discord, because we've got a whole bunch of boys. Like, we've got some boys that like to use SMT a lot more than me. We have guys similar to me who will pay it a little bit of mind, but not too much. And then there's probably some people in there that just don't give a shit about SMT at all. And then there's like Mr. Wiz, Dom P, who loves his measured moves. PM first presented rocks. Sure does. We got 10 people in the stream. Holy yeah right now. Drop a like, boys. Feel free to drop a like. Support your boy, so I can be a trading guru and sell a course. I feel like I've made too many of those jokes now, so eventually if I did ever actually sell like a serious course, just no one would buy it, because it's just too much of a joke at this point. Back up into the chop range. Into the chop zone. I might even call us at 10:20, like after it's been an hour of stream. I think that'd be a nice number. Like I normally I'm looking until 10:30, but I'm not expecting anything today, so we'll hang out here for another 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes, and then we'll call it a day. Just because I don't want to sit around here for like absolutely no reason other than just like entertaining you guys, I guess. Like if this was me and I wasn't streaming, I'd have closed the charts most likely by now, or I'd be like literally on my phone just watching them just in case. But like, yeah, I'm gonna edit a short from that prediction of the chop prediction basically, because that was not a bad prediction. Just an eyelash on my cheek. Taken out of the short, move stop loss to break even. Yeah. At least you didn't lose money. I mean, you did make money today, didn't you? So, there's that. Those equal lows were absolutely the prime target. I'll say it, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you ain't paying attention to equal highs and equal lows, I'm not going to tell you to, but you should. Oh, that was just a paper trade, okay. Locked other account, got you. I'm going to go ahead and close my TopStep X, actually, because maybe, you never know, a demon could just enter my soul and start spamming, like, trade entry signals. That's what I do. That's how some of you guys like wonder how I can keep such a level head about not overtrading and all stuff like that. It's just in my dreams, I just dream about spamming the trade button, and that's kind of just an outlet for me. True story. Those lows showed up just like yesterday. They're everywhere, Mr. Dumpy. They're everywhere. They don't hide from you as well. That's one thing I love about equal highs and equal lows. Like once you train your eye to kind of, like, some people can't spot them as easily, but once you kind of train your eye to just like look for them, they jump out to me like they're so obvious. They jump out, they literally jump off the chart at me. That's why I'm like looking down here and then I just like look left and I'm like, oh, there's equal lows there. Where else are equal lows? Oh, we got equal lows there. We got big equal lows there. We got equal lows there that got swept. We got equal lows everywhere. Equal highs up there. Equal highs there. These kind of equal highs. They're not equal highs. If you've not seen my video on equal highs and equal lows, well, one, go watch it. And two, the tip that I was about to say from it is that you want lows, the equal lows, you want the lows on the left to be lower than the lows on the right. That's a high probability equal low. And then for highs, it's like flip it. You want the high on the left to be higher than the high on the right. Just slightly. And if they're perfectly equal, then that's That's even better, to be honest, if they're perfectly equal. But you don't want the high on the right to be, you don't want the high on the right to be higher, and you don't want the low on the right to be lower. You want it, think of it like orders, like building up. Under every low is liquidity. So if they all start to build up and none of them are like poking below the others, that's the logic behind it. It's just liquidity. It's just liquidity, but when liquidity stacks up in certain areas, there's obviously going to be more liquidity there. Therefore, the market is going to move to them and sweep the liquidity, which is exactly what happened today. Interesting that we broke to the upside out of that chop zone. We are still in an uptrend, I suppose, so it makes sense that we'd knock out that liquidity and then go higher, if at all. What's that fair value up there? I'm not interested in taking any of this, but that fair value gap just got tapped into, so then we have buy side at high of day. Then you could look for, if you want to be really cheeky, you could look for like a standard deviation of that range. I'd probably just go for a 0.25. That's my 1.0 standard deviation from God knows when. I've just kind of left that there. We have closed out the chop zone now, so we'll delete it. Not a bad call, though. You'll see the clips later. Do, do, do. See, now the glasses don't hurt again. Make it make sense. I also made a short, I don't know if anyone has seen this that's in the stream, but I made the short from, was anyone in here last week, I mean some of you boys will have been, when that like superhero song just started playing out of nowhere. I didn't have a short for today, and I kind of wanted to get it done just before the stream, so I could focus on the stream. I just kind of threw that out there, as threw it as a little edit and posted it. It's actually quite funny. I probably could have edited it though to be a bit better, to be honest, but oh well. Ugh. These are equal lows here, but I'm not that bothered when they're like that close, especially on a 1 minute chart. If that was a daily chart, obviously it'd be different. But they are, I don't know, they're potentially too smooth. I wouldn't really be looking for it because it's swept to the major liquidity. I'd be looking for upside, to be honest. At this point. Well, at this point I'd be looking for nothing where it is now. That was the little spot to get in on there for the longs. Oh, you have the 5 minutes to potentially get in on as well. That was a 2022. I should have been paying attention, to be honest. That was a good 2022. Would have had to be on the volume imbalance though. And then you could target. What's target high of day there? Is that decent? Oh yeah, it's over a 1 to 2. I'm not mad that I didn't take it because I was predicting that it would just chop, but it's cool to see it play out. And it's not even there yet. It could still come back down and chop. What is that? Where was that 5 minute fair value gap? Are we in that? We are. So will this bring us back down into the range potentially? I mean, it's just hit the high of it, so looks like maybe, yeah. If at least, it's at least a little bump in the road. There's also a 15-minute fair value gap there. I won't mark that because I've got the 5-minute, but there is the 15-minute there. Anyone else do this? Whenever I mark up on like a 5-minute chart and then I go back down to the 1, I have to very OCD-esque like drag it to exactly the candle's low that it's anchored to on that 5-minute chart, if that makes sense. My secondary chart today has been basically useless. Let me drag it across. Oh no, I can't. Oh, where's it gone? Come over here. This has been my secondary chart. This is how many drawings it's got on it today. Because we shot up overnight, all the drawings are down there. This is like the stuff I have on my secondary chart. All new day opening gaps, new week opening gaps, first presented gaps from previous days. But yeah, all that's been like literally useless today since we're just nowhere near any of that stuff. Does seem like it's bringing us back down into the range. The question is now, I wouldn't like to bank on whether this is a retracement to then go higher or it's bringing us back down to continue chopping. I wouldn't like to have my money in this, so I'm glad I don't. That felt like our reaction was really cool as well. I wonder if there was SMT at those lows. No. See. Interesting. Do-do-do. Right, I'm gonna call it a day. In the next minute here or two. If anyone has any urgent questions to ask me, which I don't know why you would, feel free to shoot them into the chat, or if you want to just wish me a happy day, then I will wish you one back. Only if you wish me one though. It's a you scratch my back, I scratch yours sort of situation we're dealing with right now. I shorted the 5-minute CBCE. I would not do this on a real account. Yeah, good. I'm glad to read that. $10.20, anything can happen. Mr. Don P and his $10.20. Looks to me like it's going back into the range. Just see how on the 1 minute so like this is how you can use time frames. Like that's a 5-minute fair value gap that's marked out, but so you see how on the 1 minute you can kind of see how the 5-minute is printing through that fair value gap. We came up into it, got to the high of it, broke out of it, and then came and retested the low of it. If this continues lower now, then that'd be pretty cool. That's some of the things that I'll look for like when I'm looking at a higher time frame fair value gap on a lower time frame chart, if that makes sense. Today might be a no trade day for you, JP. Yeah, I don't blame you. Unless the PM does something. I don't know if you trade PM actually, JP. What was London like today? Did you trade London? I wouldn't have wanted to trade London just because CPI, scary, big scary CPI. I mean, I look at London and I literally just see consolidation most of the time. I don't, my eyes aren't trained for London. I can't like look at it and be like, oh, there's my setup, because I don't have one. Usually a fake out macro. Allegedly. Allegedly. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave the stream there, boys. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Obviously, I mean, we did get the move that I was looking for, although I didn't be a part of it. I tried to become a part of it, but it just wanted to get there a bit too fast for my model. Well, I mean, I could have took the 2 minute. Didn't want to though, so we move on to the next day. I mean, I'm gonna have a peek at this in the PM. I'm expecting this to kind of shoot up a little bit, not shoot up, but come up. And then I'll see what it does over lunch and going into the PM. See what it does, and probably won't take anything, to be honest, because I would just prefer to trade the AMs this week. But I always like to watch the PM just in case something looks really nice. I'll even just study it. But yeah, that's all from me today, boys. I will catch you later. Let me just delete some of this stuff, actually. What's not needed? That's not needed. And those can get hidden. Yeah. Okay. I will catch you boys later, exact same time, 9:20 tomorrow. I'll catch you boys later, and someone's calling me.